JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, two high-powered weapons seized in Kingston Eastern Division. The Kingston Eastern Police have seized two more high-powered weapons, an AK-47 rifle with 29 7.62 rounds and a Glock pistol with an extended magazine containing 12 rounds. The weapons were seized following a confrontation with armed criminals in Bull Bay, St. Andrew about 11:15 p.m. Monday night. The men reportedly fired at a team of officers who repelled the attack. The criminals subsequently fled, leaving the weapons behind. The division has now seized 13 illegal guns since the start of the year. Search operations are continuing. Cabby involved in police chase granted bail. A taxi driver placed the lives of several of his passengers, including a child, at risk while trying to evade a police chase, has been released from custody. A video of the incident was posted on social media, showing passengers in the vehicle asking the cabby to stop as he's been chased by police officers. Senior Superintendent Aaron Fletcher, the commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Police Division, said the taxi driver was charged with breaches of the Road Traffic Act and given bail. A court date was not ascertained. JLP councillor freed of gun and assault charges in alleged domestic dispute. Jamaica Labour Party councillor for the Montego Bay South East Division, Arthur Lynch, was freed of charges when he appeared at the St. James Parish Court on Tuesday morning. Lynch was arrested last December after police received allegations of a domestic dispute involving his estranged wife. According to a police source, Lynch, during the dispute, allegedly pulled his licensed firearm and pointed it at her. He was subsequently charged with illegal possession of firearm and assault at common law. In an interview on Tuesday, Councillor Lynch maintained his innocence and declared that the allegations were not true. The allegations were not true, Lynch said. The councillor shared that not only has he been suspended from the Jamaica Labour Party after the allegations were made, his family and work life were also disrupted. During the course of December 8 until now, I have been adversely affected by the allegations that were made against me, the councillor said. The charges were dismissed after Councillor Lynch's estranged wife indicated to the court that she has no further interest in the matter. 78-year-old Jamaican-born man shot dead in Florida carjacking. A 78-year-old Jamaican-born man was shot and killed on Sunday in what Florida police believe was a carjacking at a pharmacy in Orange County. The deceased has been identified as Euken Lloyd Cummings. According to a report from Fox 35 News, Cummings had driven to a pharmacy located just 7 minutes away from his home when tragedy struck on Sunday afternoon. 3 men, the report said, carjacked the elderly man and drove away in his car. The Orange County Sheriff's Office said its deputies responded to a call about 3:25 p.m. and later found Cummings suffering from gunshot wounds. He later died at hospital. Cummings' daughter spoke to Fox 35 News on Monday, but asked for her identity to be withheld due to concerns over the safety of her family. She told reporters that her father was born and raised in Jamaica, served in the U.S. Army, and later moved to New York City, where he worked as a security officer. Following his retirement, he later moved to Florida with his wife and family. His wife died last year due to illness. "I just want justice. I want this criminal put away for life," the woman told reporters, adding that her father had gone to pick up a prescription when he met his demise. While the elderly man's car is still missing, Orange County deputies have not released its description as they are following several leads. Taxi driver in Washington Boulevard hit and run charged with manslaughter. The taxi driver held in connection with last week's fatal hit and run along Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew has been charged. Godfrey Graham, 42, who is of a St. Andrew address, was charged today with manslaughter, failing to report an accident within 24 hours and failing to stop after an accident. Graham was charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his lawyer, senior attorney at law Anthony Williams. Williams says he expects that Graham will appear in court this week and will be making a bail application for him. Graham has been in custody since last week Thursday after surrendering to the police in the company of his attorney. The hit and run happened on January 25. The deceased is 42-year-old Philanthropy Hay of Red Hills, St. Andrew. The incident took place in the vicinity of Washington Boulevard and Aldane Drive. It was reported that Hay was walking along the roadway when she was hit by a motor vehicle that sped away. She was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Williams said Graham is contending that Hay suddenly ran across the road and came in contact with the vehicle. Primary school among buildings underwater in St. Mary. Dozens of students were marooned at the Port Maria Primary School in St. Mary today after persistent rainfall left the compound and several classrooms inundated. The torrential rainfall, which has been pounding St. Mary since Sunday evening, also left the entire roadway leading from a Jamaica Defence Force camp into the town of Port Maria covered by murky water. Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Dr. Maurice Sky, said that the students had to relocate to the upper floor of that institution as rising water had inundated classrooms on the ground floor. The children are marooned. They have been placed on the top floor of the building. The Jamaica Fire Service came and they have advised that they would have to wait until the water subsided, said Guy. All the offices from the Jamaica Public Service, well to the JDF barracks, all the way down into the town, they are flooded. So basically the town is at a standstill in terms of activity and the water, to my understanding, continues to rise, he added. Several businesses including Course Furniture and Appliance Store, Giant Supermarket, Ruby Service Station, KFC, and the several shops and bars along Main Street and Cox Street in Port Maria are affected by the floodwaters. Meantime, Mayor of Port Maria Richard Curry said that the severe weather has rendered emergency crews powerless as the heavy rain continues to pound sections of the parish. He said that until the rain subsides, no remedial work can be done. March 8 court date for airport workers on cocaine smuggling charges. The 4 sanctioned international airport employees were accused of trying to smuggle cocaine onto a flight destined for Canada last October are to return to the St. James Parish Court on March 8. 43-year-old security supervisor Indra Waite, 23-year-old aviation security officer Brillian Reed, and ramp attendant Stavon Murray, 28, and Romain Carr, 35, all of their bail extended when they appeared in court yesterday before presiding parish judge Kasha Grant. During yesterday's proceedings, the court was told that video footage from the airport and several statements from the Canadian authorities are outstanding from the prosecution's case file. Grant urged the prosecution to ensure that all the elements of its file are in place to present a strong case against the defendants. She also issued a subpoena for the investigating officer to complete the file in a timely manner. It has been alleged that on October 10, 2021, the 4 defendants were servicing a Sunwing flight that was scheduled to depart from the sanctioned international airport in Montego Bay to the Toronto Pearson Airport in Canada. They reportedly conspired to put a bag with 11.4 kilograms of cocaine, valued at $570,000 US, or 88.1 million Jamaican dollars, on board the aircraft. The cocaine was intercepted at the airport in Canada, and 1 person was arrested in relation to the seizure. Following top-level investigations involving Jamaica's Narcotics Division, the 4 accused, who are all of St. James addresses, were arrested and charged. Carr is charged with possession of, dealing in and exporting cocaine, while Reed is charged with breaching the Civil Aviation Act and conspiracy to export cocaine. Waite is charged with conspiracy to export cocaine, possession of criminal property, and aiding and abetting, and Murray is charged with conspiracy to export cocaine. Couple fatally shot before house set on fire, says expert. 26-year-old Jermaine Bryan and his partner, 25-year-old bartender Cedella Walder, who were allegedly murdered by members of the Wandon gang in New Nursery, St. Catherine in 2017, were dead before their house was set ablaze, a government forensic pathologist testified Tuesday morning. The expert, who took the stand for the first time in the ongoing trial, in which 33 individuals are facing various charges, said the cause of death of the couple, who were burnt beyond visual recognition, was attributed to gunshot injuries. She said Walder had received 3 shots, one of which penetrated the chest, entered the left lung, and pierced the heart before exiting through the neck, injuring the trachea in the process. According to the pathologist, Walder had been shot from behind. Her partner, the court was told, also died before the fire and had 3 gunshot wounds to the front of his body, where 1 bullet pierced his left lung and the heart. According to the expert, the cause of death for Bryan was multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. According to the evidence led before the court so far, the 2 were killed on what would have been their first night together at Bryan's home. The marauding gunmen, allegedly members of the Wandon gang, kicked in the gate and door to the board dwelling, shot the 2 and set the structure ablaze. Jamaica reports 294 new COVID cases, 5 deaths. Jamaica reported 294 new cases of COVID-19 and 5 fatalities on Monday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 124,806 and the death toll to 2,663. Of the newly reported cases, there were 175 females and 119 males with ages ranging from 59 days to 95 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 137, St. Catherine, 38, St. James, 38, Portland, 26, Westmoreland, 20, St. Thomas, 13, Manchester, 6, Trelawney, 6, Hanover, 4, Clarendon, 3, St. Anne, 1, St. Elizabeth, 1, and St. Mary, 1. Meanwhile, the latest victims include a 65-year-old female from St. Anne, a 96-year-old female from St. Mary, an 89-year-old male from St. Catherine, and a 74-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew. A 43-year-old female from Clarendon, whose death was previously reported on the investigation, was also among the latest deaths. The deaths were recorded between September 18 and January 30. The country also recorded 200 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 70,203. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 16.1%. There are 480 people hospitalized. 24 of them are critically ill. There are 7,782 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.